up, guys? So, I wanted to touch base with you guys, kind of pop my head in. I know you guys like that saying, so I'm just popping my head in. But wanted to touch on a few things. Yes, DCF did come to my home and demanded that I come and uh, bring my daughter so they could make sure she was okay. Um, we're going to throw some shout outs out there too, although they have requested to be anonymous. I'm sure you all will say, oh, well, he really doesn't have them and this and that. But I can assure you, and those that are watching that know them will know that uh, they gave us some vital information that will in turn work out better for us later. So at the end of the day, again, they pulled me off escort, had me come in, bring my daughter. As you will see later, the police was there along with DCF. We initially started at one location and then went to another. So there was a gentleman by the name of Donald Roth. He has been pulled off multiple Reddit sites, has actually been pulled off some YouTube channels as well. So this Mr. Roth, once upon a time, was an attorney in New York and New Jersey. Donald Richard Roth is from Nyack, New York. He's 51 years old, was an attorney at some point, started to do wire fraud and employment benefit frauds, things of that nature, witness tampering, and federal obstruction of justice. He was sentenced to 5 years in federal prison with 3 years federal prison probation following. So you guys are taking the word of a man that has been to prison for a long time, taking the word of a man that's been fired or disbarred from the state to practice law in the United States, period. And this man was the man that decided to publicly and on YouTube and Reddit and things of that nature, on public forums and platforms, say that my daughter was in danger. It's funny because a lot of you are talking crap saying, and I'm using good words because I'm trying to be nice. So those that are watching and then know my normal language, I hope you appreciate that I'm biting my tongue. But I can assure you that's not who I am. So not only did he say that I put my daughter in jeopardy, but he said that I left my daughter unattended and she was in jeopardy. What's funny is most of you seen the video of my beautiful daughter, and most of you thought that was the most precious little girl you've ever seen, and most of you thought it was the funniest, cutest movie you've ever seen, or little skit we did. But that's the video he used, which he then emailed to every type of social service agency in the state of Florida, including DCF. He emailed every local area police department in the Central Florida area. He even emailed my lawyer. The thing is if you look hard enough into anyone, or you look hard enough into anyone's past or background, everyone's made mistakes in their life. Those that live in a glass house shouldn't throw rocks. And I love how you guys say, you're this, you're that, you shouldn't have a child. Well, please pay attention to when you hear when I'm speaking with one of the agents and she has a badge and ID for the state of Florida, for the DCF, and they have access to my records. And she even says that she knows exactly what was the problem and what happened, and it wasn't an issue. Because we even go over it about how I met somebody at a bar with a fake ID, and I didn't pay both DCF agents to go ahead and agree with me for the videos. Anyhow, so without me going into proof with your bologna sandwiches and your doors and your haircuts and your whatever stories you want to believe from Real World, which was such a beautiful um, storyline that they came up with. For those that are that stupid, I can assure you that if a quarter of what Real World edited and put out with whoever that person was that said they were so and so, I would have been sentenced to life in prison. I guess, something like that. Definitely not just let to go home, and definitely, I would assume that at that point, from day one, Metro State would have never existed, since everyone's known who I was since day one of this business. A lot of you talk shit, talk about how my daughter should be taken away from me. Um, my beautiful, innocent daughter, who I baby like it's going out of style. In fact, DCF recorded our bedrooms, um, and you'll see her playroom. Uh, and you'll see that I probably every other month, within 2 months, 3 months, I spent probably more on my daughter than most will probably make in a year. I know that sounds arrogant, and I don't mean to be arrogant or disrespectful. That's not my intention. Most of you are saying, which I applaud you, and I give you my support and grateful thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful that you guys have spoken up and talked about how disrespectful it is. As you said, it's one thing to talk shit about me. It's one thing to talk about me. You don't like me, that's fine. But my innocent daughter or my family, it's uncalled for and it's not necessary. And quite honestly, it doesn't make sense where you would even think that that would be the avenue you should take as a grown man. Um, you're putting fear in people's lives. You're putting fear in my family's lives. You're putting fear in people that are associated with me's lives. You're just as much as a criminal. Um, that's what the mob does. That's what dealers do. That's what gangbangers do. They put fear into families. They put fear into innocent people to scare them. Um, so, anyways, back to the shout outs. Uh, you know, Albany, Albany, New York. I got some firefighters there. I got some police officers in Albany. Um, they went out of their way to not only email us, but to comment, sent multiple emails and sent multiple charging affidavits, things of that nature. And they sent it to us. Those that want to do their own research, you're more than welcome to. There's a lot of public record on it. Now that I've been thinking about it, we've been looking into it. Osceola County Sheriff's Office has actually been working on a package bomb that I received. Obviously, it wasn't a real bomb. For those that are sad, I'm sorry. I didn't blow up and definitely didn't go anywhere. Again, you're stuck with me for a little longer. But the package actually came from New York, and it came from Albany, and then actually went through a mail routing system through Nyack, New York. I don't know about you all, but that's a little convenient. And I don't really believe in coincidences or convenience. Um, but maybe now that Osceola has this information, they'll find maybe where that originally came from. Albany firefighters and Albany police officers contact me to tell me that my life is in danger. At the end of the day, you can talk all the shit you want about me, but you'll hear the DCF agent that works for the state of Florida, that is technically a law arm or a branch of Florida law enforcement. She even admits and agrees to me that they have my file and that they know that somebody lied to me about their age at a bar, completely different than what everyone keeps posting. And you know what the best part is I've said it over and over. None of you believed me. Now you've had two females that work for DCF that wear their badges around their neck, and they both confirmed that they knew that information and that they weren't concerned with that because they knew that wasn't who I was. So, you can talk all the shit you want about my daughter and my family, and I love how arrogant you fucks are about saying that they should take my innocent little precious girl away from me. I'm only bringing up Mr. Roth's information and bringing this out to the light because not only was it brought into my home by DCF and Ocoee police, but it changed my life for the last week because we've been worried about our daughter. And that's the only reason why we're bringing this up now, because apparently Mr. Roth has been doing this for some time in multiple different forums. So that's a threat, and that's a serious issue that we're only addressing. But a lot of you that are talking crap in the comments or being disrespectful or talking crap about certain people in my life, you can do whatever you want. We're not going to talk bad about you until you do something that's even worse than that. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, we're bringing Mr. Roth's information up today because of that. I'm not like RWP that will blast somebody's name and ruin their life or their reputation without true, accurate information. The other thing is Mr. Roth has made crazy accusations about my family and people in my life. You know, you can hate me. That's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I've stopped caring since, I don't know, Sergeant DiStefano lied and said my motorcycle was stolen. You can talk all the shit you want about me, but not a single person in my life has ever been convicted of any crime, let alone a federal crime. Family, loved ones, people very close to me, you can talk all you want about them, but at the end of the day, none of them have ever been in trouble. A lot of you talk shit without information or proof, yet no one has ever been convicted that's associated with me or lives with me or loves me or is attached to me in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, I go back to the Albany guys. I really appreciate that, guys. You know who you are. You have shown somebody that is very dangerous, actually. I'm sure when one day they go home to their house or to his house and open one of those closet doors, they might find some pictures of me. And then he's got, you know, the red string connected to this and then to this email and to this email, you know, that, you know, the whole Stalker kit that you buy when you go to the Stalker convenience store. The Stalker 101 kit, I'm sure, the starter kit, starter Stalker kit. So one of the other things is Mr. Roth using internet platforms actually made multiple threats. Not only just threats about me, but my family, hurting them, killing them, burning the house down, things of that nature. Not only that, but then using those platforms to send fake information to law enforcement about my daughter's safety. Not only was he kicked off a lot of those platforms, but he also made multiple videos where he was making threatening comments, saying that he was going to kill me, burn my house down, things of that nature. I saw a lot of the moms and women out there that your first words were, "Oh my God," or "No," or "I can't believe this." And the fathers out there, I could see the fathers out there, and I applaud you guys, and I appreciate your words of support. I could see in your messages the disgust and the anger that you had, that you can actually read between the lines and see the anger and the disgust that you guys were trying to, you know, convey to me, and I really appreciate that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, especially my fans. You guys are amazing, and the numbers are growing. You guys be safe. I appreciate it. I really do. And my fans, guys, you guys are killing it. Motor One rolling.